What is up? It is Thursday. We got 2 NHL games on the slate here in this second round of the playoffs. Sorry there was no video yesterday, but you should honestly be glad. You know, you don't want somebody sick going to the party. That's what it was like. My picks have been under the weather, so you didn't want me to go to the party. I would have came to the party and told you I like Dallas and I like the under on a bunch of Avalanche players because I didn't trust their offense. Their offense has been stymied pretty much in every game. Obviously, in that Game 5, they mentioned on the broadcast that was the first game that they led at any point in this series. And once Nichushkin was gone, they looked fully dejected, but they did get Taves back. And they played a very good game. I mean, they could have lost, but that's been par for the course here with these NHL playoffs. If I'm complimentary of a team, they will immediately go into the tank. Then when I congratulate a team and say, you know what? You're not the scam team of yesteryear. You have shown an ability to come back. You do deserve to be where you are. What do? They play the most lifeless Game 5 in their building, which has everybody, including many of the viewers and many people such as myself with Carolina Eastern Conference final tickets. Should we have hope again? Well, as they said in Shawshank Redemption, hope can kill a man, so we should start by talking about that game. And there's no doubt about it that Carolina has gained the momentum back in this series. You don't have to be a genius to figure that one out. And over the long run, everything that I initially said, how this series would play out, has kind of gone that way. Look at the score at even strength. That favors Carolina immensely. All those games that the Rangers scored power play goals in, they've won. But guess what? I mentioned this before the last game. The power play has now gone 0 for 8 in 3 straight games, and they haven't scored since Game 2. And once again, like every other game that they play, I think that's going to be a critical factor. But you know, Game 6s, Game 7s, every team gets like 2 penalties. Do you really see both of these teams getting 3 penalties? I really don't. I see this game looking like some of these previous ones, but with even more clenched ass cheek potential. I really think the obvious thing to do here is go under 6.5, find ways to chop down the under 6.5. So I'm going to have that off to the side, and then we can put it with something else. But I'm going to do something a little ballsy here. There are a couple New York Rangers. They're playing through something. The one obvious one is Adam Fox. They've been talking about it for weeks. He just doesn't look the same. He usually relies on crafty, shifty playmaking ability. And if he's on one leg, he's not fast to begin with. And if the power play isn't clicking and they're not going to be getting a lot of power play opportunities, I look at him as a potential guy who will struggle once again. I'm going to take the under 0.5 point for Adam Fox. And then one that's probably going to be a little bit scary, but for me, the price is right. If you tell me that the power play isn't going to score, and that's still a stretch because they can obviously score, then I think the value is there on Mika Zibanejad under 0.5 point plus 145. And the reason I'm giving these is because after scoring 1 goal in the last game, a shorthanded goal, I get the feeling that the Rangers are going to get clamped down in this game. I don't know who's going to win the series at this point, but I do feel pretty comfortable about Carolina's defense playing well in this game, which is why I like the under 2.5 goals for the New York Rangers. And I think this is going to look like one of those lower scoring games. Like I'm picturing a 3-1 in the third. I guess that's what it was last game with an empty netter or something like that. So go ahead. Maybe you want to break a little dry spell. I'll give you a final 4-1 Carolina, which I guess would keep things under 5.5. We'll see. We'll see what the Rangers have in them because they're really feeling the pressure. Their fans are not happy. The media is not happy. Let's see how they play. I'm not going to write them off just because that Game 3 still sticks in my head. That was not easy. And then they came back in Game 4. That was a lifeless Game 5. So Game 6 is going to be very crucial for them. The are they a scam, are they not a scam is currently teetering at this moment. We will see how it goes. Speaking of scams, we got two more on the docket, and that is the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, they are. They've been fringe scam 5 since the beginning for the same exact reasons you guys are seeing. Unreliable defense. They're on their third string goalie. And then Vancouver I don't know when I'm going to see them play a great game. It's unbelievable. They never play great games. It's got to be coming one of these days. I don't know if it's going to be today, but that top line of Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, McDavid, that seemed to work out. I imagine they're going to go back to that. Since they're on the road, Connor McDavid has a slightly better price on his over 1.5 points. So I don't mind going to that whatsoever. I'll go with the over 1.5 points for Connor McDavid. And as far as the result, man, the thing is, if they were to lose this game, Edmonton, I really do think they can go home in Game 6 and then win Game 7. It's very difficult to tell, but I do know that Elias Pettersson, he's struggling, and I'm a huge fan of his, but I'm not a fan of how he conducted himself in that press conference. Looked very disengaged, acted like he didn't care. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know either about taking your point. I'm going to take the under on his half of a point at plus money. And also, I'm going to take his under 2.5 shots on goal. There we go. We were looking for something to combine with the under 6.5 in the Ranger game. Give me the under 6.5 with the Ranger game. And then give me the under 2.5 shots on goal for Elias Pettersson. And that's what I have for you here on this Thursday. As I like to say, good luck to you. And I mean it this time. Better luck to me. I'm sick of these playoffs throwing me monkey wrenches left and right. Make sure you're subscribed here to my YouTube channel. I didn't do a video yesterday because I was actually taping a traditional podcast. You can see some of the remnants of that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'll get that edited soon and uploaded to the YouTube and available on all audio podcast platforms. And as always, you can be a part-time minority owner of this show by subscribing to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/Andy Francess. First week of June, we're going to start that baseball show, and Josh is going to start posting his picks early in the morning before the lines move. Hopefully I see you there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a Game 7 to look forward to this weekend. Take it easy. I'll talk to you then.